Beat me at chess. The Millionaire CEO smirked, crossing her arms as she gazed at the janitor who had just cleaned her floor. If you win, I'll marry you. He simply nodded, silent. Calm. 3 moves later, the room fell into stunned silence that he had won. And her world would never be the same again. Asterisk. In the towering skyline of downtown Manhattan stood the Architect Building, 57 floors of glass, steel, and ambition. It shimmered like a sword under the sun, a fortress of innovation ruled by one of the world's most powerful CEOs, Eva Carrington. Eva was known for two things: her cold brilliance and her unshakable pride. She had built Architect into a billion-dollar empire in under 10 years, and she did it by outthinking, outmaneuvering, and outlasting everyone around her. Employees admired her. Competitors feared her. And no one, absolutely no one, had ever beaten her at chess, at least. That's what she believed. Every Thursday evening, long after most of the staff had gone home, Eva stayed late in her penthouse office. She liked the quiet, the darkness, the space to think. But recently, her routine had been interrupted by someone unexpected. A janitor, not the usual team. This man was older, tall, thin, with silver in his beard and deep brown eyes that didn't flinch when they met hers. He never said much, just nodded respectfully when she passed, and kept to his work. At first, she ignored him. Then she noticed something strange. Every night, after his duties were done, he would sit by the massive lobby window with a small wooden chessboard. He'd set it up alone, play quietly, move pieces for both sides as if in conversation with himself. One night, curiosity got the better of Eva. "You always play alone?" she asked, pausing on her way out. He looked up slowly. "Only way to get a fair match." She raised an eyebrow. "You any good?" "I know the game." She smirked. "I used to captain the Harvard chess team. Haven't lost in years." He simply nodded. As if that wasn't impressive, Eva's pride flared. "Let's play," she said. He gestured to the seat across from him. Saturday he moved first, and in 23 moves, she was done. She stared at the board, stunned. "I must be rusty," she muttered. Standing up, he said nothing, just began resetting the board. The next night, she stayed late again. "Purposefully. Rematch," she said. He nodded. 18 moves. She lost again. By the third game, she was getting frustrated. Her confidence began to crack. She blamed her fatigue, her workload, anything but the truth. On the fourth night, she lost in 10 moves. It was humiliating. "Who are you?" she asked him finally. "Just a janitor," he replied. But there was a calm in his voice, a gravity that didn't match his job title. By the fifth night, her frustration boiled into something else, a challenge. "If you beat me again," she said, her voice tight with arrogance, "I'll give you anything you want." He paused. "Anything?" She nodded. "All right," he said. They played 5 moves. Defeat. Her face turned red with disbelief. She couldn't understand how this man, this janitor, was playing circles around her. Her mind, once razor-sharp, felt slow and clumsy in front of him. That's when she snapped. "You know what?" she said, leaning in with a wicked grin. "Let's raise the stakes. Beat me, and I'll marry you." He didn't flinch, he didn't laugh, he simply nodded. "All right." That was when the lobby fell silent. The security staff, watching the game, froze. Even the receptionist, pretending to work late, held her breath. 3 moves later, Eva's king was cornered. Checkmate. A stunned silence fell. Eva stared at the board. She stared at him. And then, for the first time in her life, she was speechless. He stood up slowly, reached into his pocket, and placed a business card on the chessboard. She picked it up, hands trembling. Dr. Elijah Gray, former U.S. national chess champion. Ph.D. in artificial intelligence. Co-founder, Architect Solutions. Her vision blurred as the truth struck her like a brick. "You," she whispered. "You're the Elijah Gray?" He nodded. "You co-founded Architect with my father." "Yes." "But you disappeared." "No. I walked away." "Why?" He sat back down. "Because your father and I had different visions. I believed in innovation with conscience. He believed in power without limits." Eva's hands trembled on the table. "And now?" "I came back," Elijah said. "Not for the company, not for revenge, but because I wanted to see what Architect had become. And maybe teach one last lesson. A lesson She asked quietly to T. Gestured to the board. You think life is like chess. That strategy and intellect win everything. But the truth is, power blinds. You were so sure of yourself. You made a joke of something sacred. He looked at her, not with anger, but with deep, steady disappointment. You offered marriage. As a game. Eva's cheeks flushed with shame. I didn't mean it. I know. She looked down. I'm sorry. He nodded. Then, he stood, preparing to leave. Where will you go? She asked, almost desperate. I'll go where I'm needed, he said. There are more boards to play. More minds to sharpen. Wait, she said, standing too. Please, he turned to her. I know what I said was foolish, she said. But what if I meant it now? He studied her for a long time. You don't even know me, he said. I want to, she replied. For the first time, something softened in his eyes. Then start here, he said, handing her a book. She looked down. It was a worn leather journal. Inside were notes, algorithms, sketches, his life's work, the foundation of Archintech's earliest systems, and a letter to the one who would one day lead, but has yet to learn why. That night, Eva didn't sleep. She read every page, every scribbled theory, every chess strategy, every line of wisdom written in ink that had faded with time, but never with meaning. And as dawn rose over the city, she realized the company she had inherited had lost its heart the day Elijah left. Over the weeks that followed, she began to change things. She restructured the board, launched new ethics programs, donated millions to youth chess and STEM initiatives in underserved communities, and every Thursday night, she returned to the chessboard by the window, waiting, hoping. One night, he came back. He didn't say a word, just sat across from her and set up the board. She smiled, and they played the no words.no deals, just a game between equals, and maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something real, because sometimes the most powerful checkmate is not on the board, but in the heart.